love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my foundation and my refuge and my deliverer. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, Trinity, co-essential and undivided.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, our one true God. Greetings, everybody. God bless you, and thank you for taking the time to listen to the weekly address. The present-day Patriarch is a nitwit. What else can we say? He's doing it on purpose. He's saying things that are unbecoming of a Christian, never mind of a patriarch. He said we all worship the same God, only in different ways. And sad to say, a lot of parishes have heard this, and they're printing it on their billboards. We all worship the same God, only in different ways. And that's such demonic darkness. We don't worship the same God. What kind of patriarch is that? Well, he must be a Masonic patriarch. If there's such a thing as a Masonic patriarch, is there such a thing as a Masonic priest? Is there such a thing as a Masonic Orthodox Christian? And the answer is no. What are we? We're the only ones that say no? No, that's not right. And that's why we're not with these people. Let's hear some quotes from St. John Chrysostom. A famous quote everybody should know. This is St. John Chrysostom from his homily on Ephesians, everybody. And he's quoting, in the midst of this, St. Cyprian, who came, about 100 years earlier. Quote, St. John Chrysostom, Archbishop of Constantinople, quote, "Nothing provokes God's anger as the division of the church. Yea, though we have achieved 10,000 glorious acts, yet shall we, if we cut to pieces the fullness of the church, suffer punishment no less severe than they who fight his body, mangled his body. Now a certain holy man, St. Cyprian of Carthage, said, what might seem to be a bold thing, yet nevertheless he spoke it. What then is this? He said that even the blood of martyrdom cannot wash out this sin. He said that not even the blood of martyrdom can wash out this sin of Christ, of the church. I mean, these remarks of those who give themselves up indiscriminately to men who are dividing the church. For if on the one hand, those men have doctrines also contrary to ours, then on that account, further, it is not right to mix with them. If, on the other hand, they have the same opinions and separate themselves from us, the reason for not mixing with them is greater still. Why so? Because then the disease is from lust of authority. What wilt thou say? Shall it be said, their faith is the same. They are Orthodox as well as we. If so, why then are they not with us? There is one Lord, one faith, one baptism. If their cause is right, then ours is wrong. If ours is right, then theirs is wrong. Infants, saith he, tosseth to and fro and carry about with every wind. Tell me, dost thou think that this is enough to say that they are Orthodox? Therefore I assert and protest that to make a schism in the church is no less an evil than to fall into heresy. And of what hell shall not be he worthy of who slays Christ, plucks him limb from limb? That's St. John Chrysostom, epistle to the Ephesians. And here's another famous quote by the great Photios the Great. Quote, there is one Catholic and Apostolic Church of Christ, not more, not even two. Congresses other than this are synagogues of wicked men and a synod of dissenters. Thus do we, the true Christians, think, and thus do we believe, and thus do we proclaim, period. There is only one. There's not two. And it's incumbent upon everybody. That's your destiny, to find a church. And then now St. Philaret of the Confessor of New York. Quote, schism is graceless. Christ is not divided, and his grace is one. If one is to believe in the state of grace, of schism, then one must either admit that we do not have grace and those who broke away have taken it with them, or else admit that there are two graces and obviously two true churches. For grace is given only in the true church. Because it was not stated at once and clearly where the truth is and where the falsehood, for two truths there cannot be. Where is white and where is black? Where is light and where is darkness? Which path is correct and which incorrect? There would not now exist this interjurisdictional, and the reality would be clear. The fact that many from among the Orthodox indiscriminately attend whatever church, what does that tell us? Why? Simply that people do not hold the truth dear. For this very reason, they don't bother to give the matter much thought. What a shame. That's his letter to Abbess Magdalena in France, Lesna. Okay, a quote from Saint Joseph, Metropolitan of Petrograd. He had to deal with an apostate metropolitan who was called Sergius. And he wrote this in 1937, quote, we will not give the church as a sacrifice and victim to the traitors and disgusting intriguers and agents of atheism and destruction. And by this protest, we do not cut ourselves off from it, but cut them off from ourselves and boldly say, not only have we not left, are not leaving, and will never leave the depths of true Orthodox Church, but we consider its enemies betrayers and murderers to be those who are not with us and not for us, but against us. It is not we who have departed into schism or heresy by not submitting to Metropolitan Sergius, but you who obediently follow him into the abyss of the church's condemnation. Refusing to accept sound reproaches and exhortations is the real schism and a trampling on the truth. So we could put some names here and make it current, can't we? It is not we who have departed from orthodoxy by submitting to Patriarch Athenagoras, Patriarch Demetrius, and Patriarch Bartholomew, those who have fallen into Planimenos, but you who obediently follow them into the abyss. Okay? God bless you. Thank you for listening. Mother God protects you all. Amen.